So everybody will say clinicaltrials.gov, right?
Right.
But that's not meant to be a portal for patients or physicians to find clinical trials. The intent of that portal was to just identify studies that the industry was participating or doing, so for the cases of publication or after regulatory approval and things like that. So we need to create something from scratch. We need to almost create a clinicaltrials.gov 2.0 that includes a lot of materials that physicians can easily navigate and patients can easily navigate and identify appropriate things. I think personally that it should start from ground up. So every medical center should take it upon themselves to do so. Like Vanderbilt should have a site, same thing with Kaiser and all these different institutions, and then somehow to have a portal that attaches everything to one another and easily where the patient can go in and say, I have diabetes, I'm at this age, at this gender, this is my number of years of the multiple medicines I'm on, and boom, pops out the clinical trials that are available within their geographic area, which is very important also because of what we just talked about, because these trials are happening in single sites and things like that. You don't want to frustrate. So one of the things that I think it's important, we need to have the healthcare professionals, we need to have the physicians, the pharmacists, the nurses, the nurse practitioners talk about clinical trials, but the last thing we want to do is start having them talk about it to patients and encouraging them to participate, and then we don't have something in the back end for them to go and look into to be able to find those clinical trials, and that will cause more frustration for those individuals. So almost like what Brian said in his opening remarks, there needs to be a call for action to develop what we did with the bone marrow registry, right? Something like that nature, but it should start from ground up with individual institutions being able to do that.